Agriculture transformation in focus, bringing you up to speed with developments in agriculture, livestock and fisheries sectors aimed at increasing production and productivity to enhance food, nutrition and income security. Agriculture transformation in focus.
A new crop is introduced to the Zambian soils. The perennial flowering plants with bluish or purple fruits. These are blueberries. They consist of a number of small fruits known to be true botanical berries that are reportedly native to North America.
Which are like blue, ready to pick. And when we are pruning now, we have to take off all these old ones out. Then we have new shoots.
In Zambia, blueberries are slowly getting known to farmers and the general populace, not just as tasty fruits, but the country's newly found economic crop. Zambezi Berry is a Zambian company that has embarked on massive production of blueberries for commercial purposes. With economic diversification on cards, blueberry farming comes as a direct response to government's agricultural diversification agenda. President Edgar Lungu recently visited the Zambezi Berry Company in the outskirts of Chisamba district. Here, the head of state stressed the need for the Zambia's agriculture sector to be transformed into export-oriented so as to drive the country's economy.
There's definitely no doubt that this blueberry project will raise the profile of the agricultural sector in our country, particularly in the horticultural sub-sector. With this project, we have also become the only country in the SADC region to have access to the lucrative market for blueberries in China. This is a significant development in the history of Zambia. We are farmers' friends, and we make sure that farming succeeds in Zambia. The Zambezi Blueberry Company deserves many accolades for making this happen. The government of the People's Republic of China, who have issued the import protocol for Zambia to export blueberries to China, also deserve our accolades. For this economy to grow, we have to focus on transforming the agricultural sector and changing our mindset to believe that the agricultural sector can be transformed to be export-oriented. It is pleasing to know that even during the current COVID-19 pandemic, the country has the capacity to export agricultural products to competitive markets. I'm aware that the Chinese market imports a significant quantity of blueberries from countries in North and South America. I'm therefore pleased that we are positioning ourselves to compete for a larger share of the blueberry market in China. The agricultural industry has grown to a level where we are now able to meet international standards of trade. We have the capacity to penetrate most of the international markets. All we have to do is to increase our production and put in place appropriate systems that support exports. The success of the Zambezi Berry Company is a building block to the success story of the agricultural sector and the Zambian economy. I'm very sure that this day will be remembered in the future as the day that pushed Zambia towards becoming one of the large exporters of blueberries in Africa. I should also take this opportunity to urge the Zambezi Berry Company to continue partnering with government and other stakeholders, as this is the only guaranteed way of ensuring that additional markets are created beyond our borders. I am certain that more and more farmers will venture into export crops, such as blueberries, so that we can increase our agricultural output into the international markets. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to congratulate the Ministry of Agriculture and other government agencies, as well as other stakeholders, working hard with the Zambezi Berry Company to secure this important market for Zambia. Collaboration between farmers, the private sector, and the government must be encouraged. The successful completion of this agreement which has given us access to the Chinese market, is a perfect example of what can be achieved through effective public and private sector dialogue and agreement on joint action plans.
The aim of the visit was to launch the export of fresh blueberries to China, which currently offers a competitive market.
As a preferential treatment, more than 95% of Zambia products are granted duty-free access to the Chinese market. I believe that many more Zambian companies will take advantage of the good opportunities and export more highly qualified agricultural products to China. The agricultural cooperation between China and Zambia will have a very bright future. I wish, therefore, to take this opportunity to extend to the Zambezi blueberry my best wishes for bright prospects. Please also let me assure you, Mr. Graham Ray, that I'm going to try to be a serious promoter and a salesman for your high products, quality products in China. To our friends in Zambia from different sectors, please let me assure you that we will continue to work together with you to support and promote exporting quality Zambia products to China.
In the spirit of working together in form of public-private partnership, government's desire is to create an enabling environment for private sector players such as Zambezi Berry Company to operate as they play a leading role in actualizing agricultural diversification. In this vein, the Ministry of Agriculture works closely with Zambezi Berry Company to facilitate the production and exportation of blueberries to China.
You are very much aware, Your Excellency, that the process to get to where we are today commenced in 2017. Your ministry had received formal requests from the Zambezi Berry Company seeking for plant quarantine and phytosanitary services to gain access to the Chinese market for blueberries. Given the importance, tremendous potential of their request, you guided us, Your Excellency, that we put together a multi-sectoral team made up of officers from Zambezi Berry Company and government to open negotiations with authorities in China. Your Excellency, on the Zambian side, your Minister of Agriculture led market access negotiations with China and was responsible for providing technical support and critical information to facilitate the paced risk analysis that was done in China. Your Excellency, exporters of agricultural commodities have to ensure that they comply with the international phytosanitary standards and measures such as the World Trade Organization, sanitary and phytosanitary measures to have access to various markets around the world. I am therefore very pleased, Your Excellency, to announce that Zambia Berry Company has fulfilled all the necessary international requirements, quality and specifications needed to export to China. Your Excellency, in securing this market access agreement, I am happy to report that your ministry worked very closely and effectively with the Zambezi Berry Company, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry, and other key stakeholders to ensure that all guidelines on trade and diplomatic protocols were followed for us to achieve this agreement. And today I'm testimony, Your Excellency, for your guidance for us to work in a multi-sectoral response. I would also like to assure you, Your Excellency, that this level of partnership and collaboration between government agencies and the private sector will continue to take place in securing markets for other agricultural commodities. And this will be done for the benefit of your farmers, the agriculture sector, and the economy as a whole. Your Excellency, let me take this opportunity to inform you that your ministry has observed that there is increasing interest by your farmers in Zambia to produce a variety of tree crops, fruits, and vegetables for export. And the Home Ministry is in support of this trend and will welcome this development.
Not only has the production of these blueberries brought about export earnings, but also job creation. The establishing of the Zambezi Berry Farm in Chisamba has created employment for many members of the local communities who are working on the farm.
Your Excellency, we employ more than the mines employ, and we've got the ability to create more employment than the mines can. Farming, Your Excellency, is sustainable. What you put into the ground, you get out of the ground this year, next year, and for the life of you and for the life of your children. Unfortunately, mining is not annually renewable, and no one's going to give it back to us. During the period, a call was made by the government to help diversify the economy, as was alluded to from just now, from being solely reliant on mining. Farmers across the country, and in particular ZRC, took up the call, and agricultural production increased to such an extent that Zambia, and I don't think many of you know this, is one of the few African countries that is food secure. And that is because of good government policy. We secure in maize, soybeans, wheat, potatoes, and dairy. We wish to commend government on this aspect and urge them to continue with good government policies. Government has continued the drive of the diversification policy across the entire agricultural spectrum, including crops like sorghum, soybeans, groundnut, cashew nuts, avocado, pears, horticultural crops, plus several other non-traditional crops for the export market. Accordingly, we gathered here today precisely to witness the birth of the diversification dream that government has supported over the years. As ZRC, we wish to encourage and at the same time commend government for creating an enabling policy environment for the private sector to work in. This is how it should be. Zambezi Berries was established in 2017, and planning, raising finance and establishment of the orchard took place. This process takes 12 months. The first small crop of berries was harvested in 2019, which was just last year. This year we harvested 500 tons. Exports at that stage were just into Malaysia. During this time, finance was raised from ABSA for a further 50 hectares, which is where we went with the President just now. And this is the first commercial bank to have supported a blueberry project in sub-Saharan Africa. And I think they need a round of applause. This planting took place in October 2019, and harvesting was done for the first time this year. That small block there, 50 hectares, over 300 tons. Well done to Yobi Rusunda and his team. The local market is growing, and we're fully committed to supplying Zambia with a wonder fruit at affordable prices. Zambezi Berries has managed to reduce the local price by 300% versus the imported berries that were coming from South Africa in 2018. 300%. Our aim is to increase production to 500 hectares, which would mean 1,500 permanent jobs and 2,500 picking jobs. Show me one mine that can do that. The Blueberry Project can bring great success to Zambia and its people. Today we're here to celebrate our great success. After 3 years of working tirelessly, ZBC has granted access to the Chinese market. This is a first for Central, Eastern and Southern Africa. No other country has got it. Zambia only. This would not have been possible without the hard work of the management teams, the Ministry of Agriculture, Foreign Affairs and support from DRZ. This is indeed a notable achievement, but more importantly, we must maintain the protocols that have been put in place by DRZ in China. We've got the Chinese ambassador here. He's come to see what we're doing. We've got to maintain those standards. We've got to give them the product they want. And with it, we can do it.
Production of these blueberries in Chisamba clearly shows that Zambia has agricultural potential that should attract global berry giants to extensively invest in the country. There is no doubt that increased production of blueberries will benefit the Zambian people in many ways, such as increased export earnings and employment creation, among other benefits.
Agriculture Transformation in Focus, bringing you up to speed with developments in agriculture, livestock and fisheries sectors aimed at increasing production and productivity to enhance food, nutrition and income security. Agriculture Transformation in Focus.